Hello, everybody. Mike Donahue here, and you are on a Monday night with Mike. Monday night with Mike, the first Monday night of June 2026. So glad you guys are with me today. Listen, here's the deal. Been really wondering about this podcast. Like, what should we do to make this podcast better? We average about 20 views per podcast, which is that's respectable. um it's not what I want, I'll be really honest with you. Last week we had 8 views, so I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong. I'm wondering if maybe there's something I can do to make this a little better. And so I kind of would love for you to give me some feedback on this. Is a podcast even something worth doing, right? The idea of this podcast is to take issues that teenagers are dealing with, and from a older person's perspective, much older person's perspective, to be able to give you advice, on things that matter to you, things that are pertinent in your life. And I pride myself on the fact that I have a very good presentation that kids often give me feedback and say stuff like, you really know us, you understand what we're going through. And I want to continue that. I want to do that on a podcast. I want to be able to talk about some of the things that maybe you're struggling with, stuff about relationships, stuff about, how to deal with your parents, stuff about how to deal with yourself and your own self-talk and things like that. And so it would really be helpful for me to get some feedback from you to understand what is it that would be good for you to listen to an older person talk about, right? What advice do you need? What can I say that's gonna maybe help you get through some hard times? And we're in the middle of the summer or beginning of the summer, and a lot of things will be going on with summer stuff, right? A lot of times in the summer we get caught up in being too bored. We're not, we get into a routine, in school time, and so we get off for the summer. All of a sudden, you're out of your routine, and a lot of mental things can happen, right? A lot of things can. You have a lot of time on your hands to think about things, and maybe be hard on yourself, and to put yourself down, and to, maybe get lazy emotionally, and that's a dangerous time. I mean, that could be something we could talk about, right? And something that I certainly have to deal with. I mean, when I'm in the middle of my year, I'm traveling a lot, and I'm creating and doing things, and you know, uh, communicating with principals and counselors and people on my team and stuff. And then when I get in the summer, I'm creating stuff, but it's the pace is a lot different. And so it's a little harder for me to stay focused sometimes. Sometimes I get distracted pretty easy, and I start, maybe, doing some like, hey, I think I'll go golf, and there's nothing wrong with that, but maybe, I get out of my routine. And so we could talk about that. But what I really want to do is talk about things that matter to you. And so it'd be good to get some feedback from you. You can email me at miked@value-up.org, miked@value-up.org, and let me know like what it is you want to talk about. What are some topics that would be good? Maybe we don't do a Monday night with Mike. Maybe we just put stuff together on YouTube. I mean, on Instagram and TikTok, and put out smaller, shorter pieces of information that are, not quite as long, not quite as comprehensive as doing a whole podcast, right? So, but I would really like your feedback. I'd like to know what it is, and if it's something that we stay with this format of doing a Monday night with Mike podcast, that how like help me, how can we get this out to more people? What do some of your friends need to hear, right now? If you were wanting to help some of your friends who are going through mental health issues, they're struggling with self-esteem, or struggling with, depression or anxiety, social anxiety, or just regular anxiety. I'm not a psychiatrist or anything, but I've been through a lot of that stuff, and I can help out. And I've got people on my team actually that can help out as well. And so do I need to bring guests on? Do we need to be, bringing more guests? Do we need to have some of you on? I mean, I'm open to whatever you want to do. But I guess my Monday night with Mike topic this week is, what do you do when you don't have a topic? Like, how do we make this better? How do we make this serve you better? I want it to help teenagers. And so I've got the time on my hands. I'd love to do it. And I want to be effective. I want to be effective. I know that I'm a good communicator, but I want to talk about the things that matter to you. I don't want to just bring stuff up and just be yapping. So, yeah, so help me out. Help me out with that. And I want to go back to something I said about the summer. Maybe that's something that we could talk about today a little bit about maybe getting into a summer routine, right? Like now I'm in a summer routine. I actually up on my, you can't see it, maybe you can. I put up here this is kind of a list of things I need to get done, and I'm trying to keep the list together, like a new list every week. Um, just the things I want to get done because I have to get into a routine. Otherwise, time's going to slip by, and I'm not going to get these things done, right? So I'm trying to keep a list and stay on task and do some things that I need to get done for Value Up and that kind of thing. Also, want to take time, for my family and take time to do some things that they need me to do, right? We got some honeydew things around the house that I need to get done. I just put up a fence. I put up a fence last week for my wife, and she was very happy with me because of that. So I'm happy with myself. So anyways, I guess, we could talk about that, but thank you so much for tuning in this week. I know it's kind of a weird subject, but give me some feedback, send me what you think, and we're going to keep these things going. But and get on our YouTube. I'm sorry, get on our Instagram and our TikTok. Instagram is My Value Up, and our TikTok is Value Up Always. Follow us if you're not, and I'm going to stay consistent with putting some more stuff out on those two mediums. So just want to help, though. I don't want it to be boring. I don't want to say things that you don't care about. I want to say some things that you do care about. And so give me some topics, give me some ideas, and we'll keep this going. All right. Monday Night with Mike. Monday Night with Mike. We'll see you guys soon. God bless you. Take care. Bye.